Hey guys, I'm Ethan Moore from Stockroom Supply. Today I'm going to show you how to assemble the height extension onto the Little Ripper. Now, if you already own a Little Ripper, that's great. Without the height extension, we're going to have a capacity of about 7 inches tall, which is right about there. And if you have a relatively smaller bandsaw, that's great. But some of you who have these larger bandsaws, where you want to utilize the full capacity, like this Rikon 10-326, it has 13 inches of resaw capacity. The height extension is a really nice accessory because essentially it's going to bump that capacity all the way up to 14 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to put that height extension on. So the first thing we're going to do is just remove the claws here, just like that. It's a really, really simple thing to do, but we're going to take this hardware out. We're going to have these 2 long threaded rods. Then we're going to have a little bag with some other hardware there. So, first thing that we'll do is we're going to bolt this plate to the back here. So that's going to go on like that. Now there's 2 holes at the bottom on each side here. We're going to line these 2 bottom holes with the 2 top holes on the top of the ripper. Now you'll also notice that slot right there will line up with that slot in the Little Ripper frame. And this is going to go behind the frame just like that and overlap like so. So you're going to grab a bolt, a washer. Oops, let's go like this. Put the bolt through. And washer in a nut. Whoopsie. Let's grab another washer.
I'm laughing because we were referring to another video today where you dropped things.
See how many times I can drop a washer. And yeah, just go ahead and put all 4 of these in here. Okay, so now that you got them all on there, just snug them up. There'll be a 7/16 wrench. So just tighten each one of these up here. And the plate is on the back. So the next thing that we do, obviously if you look at this, this Little Ripper is not going to go all the way to the top because this threaded rod here is too short. So we're going to unthread this threaded rod. It's threaded into the bottom nut here, the union nut in the bottom. So if we unthread that, and we will thread one of these longer ones in. What you can do is throw the claw in up towards the top. That'll make it a little bit easier. Thread that in like so. And what people will often wonder is there's 2 little 5/16 nuts in the package. They wonder what they are for. So what we're going to do, so once we have this threaded rod in, we are going to put that nut on the threaded rod and slide it all the way down. What this will do is support our spring. Which then leads to the question is, what are the springs actually for? And they serve one very simple purpose. They're not mandatory, but they do make it a little bit easier to use the Little Ripper. So, washer, spring, washer. And you want the top of the washer to be essentially in line with the lowest position of that claw. And then put the block on. Just like that. So what would happen here if this spring wasn't here? If that goes like that, normally if that spring wasn't there, that would fall all the way to the bottom, and it's a real pain in the butt to try to fish that all the way to the top. So that spring is just almost like a safety. It keeps that from falling down through and still allows you to clamp it and tighten things up. So it just makes it a little bit easier to use. And then with this threaded rod, you should thread that all the way down into that union nut, just like that. And just the knob left. So this threaded rod is no longer needed, so you can set that aside because you can go all the way up, well, all the way from 0 to 14 inches with the height extension and the longer threaded rod. So that's how you assemble it. I'll do the other side real quick here.
I mean, this seems obvious to me, but I just want to mention I saw you do something that you didn't say. You put the hitch pin back in.
Yes, make sure you put the hitch pin back in or else the claw could slide out of the slot. Okay, and there the height extension is fully assembled. So if you wanted to adjust the height of the claw, just remove the hitch pin from the back and you can go lower or you can go higher, just depending on how big a piece of material that you have. And then if you need to go lower or higher, you can adjust that spring up and down just by turning that nut. Some people prefer to remove the spring altogether. Nothing saying you can't. Definitely an option. So yeah, that's how you assemble the height extension. If anyone else has any questions, you can email me at info@stockroomsupply.com or just comment on the video. Now, if you want to see future videos, make sure you subscribe and hit the little bell button. Thanks for watching.